All right, ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna head over here where I found some good hog sign last year and check it out. But I was out here last week with the boys, and it's hard to cover a lot of ground with them, you know, when you're just scouting and looking. So I'm gonna just try to cover some ground and see if I can find the hogs, and then bring them back once I find them. So this little pine knob right here, I wanted to check out. I stopped here last time with the kids, but I don't know. I poked in there and there wasn't any fresh sign, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be there today. These hogs just bump around all over the place. They're very mobile. So I'm just going to pull the boat up right here and just go in there real quick and just see if there's been anything in there. So I'm standing on an old trail here, but there's no fresh sign on it. I'm just gonna make a little loop around this little pine head and see if I can see any fresh sign anywhere. There's pig sign, but it's all old. It doesn't look like there's been anything in here for quite some time. This is not a very big patch. It's only probably, I don't know, 3-4 acres, but if that, maybe 2. But if there were hogs in here, a fair number of hogs, their sign would be evident. You'd be able to see their trails, wallows, rooting, all that good stuff. But I'm not seeing anything. Nothing but some old tracks. Back to the boat. Next spot. So there's another one of these pine heads up here. Oh, looks like maybe a mile. I'll just go grab the boat, head downriver, and check out that next one. I found some hogs in there, or some hog sign in there last year. So we'll go check that out. Way down yonder. There's these couple of guys up here in this boat. I passed them on the way in here and they were going upriver. I don't know what they're doing. They're trolling for something. I'm gonna have to get that figured out. I'm gonna try to, the wind's kind of coming this way. I'm gonna try to circle around that thing, come in from the downwind side. I think I am gonna shed a layer. So all this is old hog sign, but again, nothing fresh. Just gonna keep working my way into the wind and see if I can come across something. I'm not trying to be real stealthy. I'm just trying to cover ground, see if I can find them. I don't want to waste time still hunting an area if the pigs aren't here. But if I can find them, I'll just back out and come back another day. Give them time to settle down. This pile of palm fronds here, these palmetto fronds, it's an old hog bed. They'll take this stuff when it gets cold. They'll take these things, pile them up, and especially the sows when they have little ones, they'll pile them up and then they root up underneath there to keep those little piglets warm. They pile up anything they can find, big sedges, grass, palm fronds, cane, pretty much whatever is available. Find a lot of these on that Georgia hunt that I do down in the marshes. They'll take those Phragmites reeds, grab big mouthfuls of them and just bring them and pile them up, make big mounds. It helps keep them up out of the muck in the water. Give them a dry place, relatively dry anyway, place to bed down. Still no fresh hog sign though. Big cabbage palm, or not a big one, but a cabbage palm. It's you don't see them very often this far north unless they've been planted. But these things, for the settlers down in Florida, they were a major food source. They would cut them down and peel the stalks for the fronds off and eat the heart out of those things. It's like a big tubular vegetable you can get out of there. Pretty cool to see one this far north. Check out all the little minnows in there. don't know, there's old hog sign all over in this place. I don't know when they're using it. Looks like there may be an oak, little oak hammock in this one. So if there's any acorns in there, maybe there's some pigs in there, but I'll just poke right into this one and check, and then I'll make a loop and come out through. There's one last one between me and the boat. So I'll check that out, and then if I don't find anything in there, we're just gonna have to go upriver. An old wallow here. It's a beautiful, beautiful little live oak hammock right here, but there's no hogs in here. There hasn't been any hogs in here in a long time. I mean, there's old sign, but it's old, like potentially a year or more. I was in here, I came right through this very spot last year, and it was the same story. I mean, there was a little bit of hog sign in here, but there was no hogs. So, guess it's back to the boat and upriver. There's an eagle nest in this pine right here. I can hear them up there chirping. Can see it right in the top of that pine tree, that big wad of sticks. Oh, there they are, flying around. We'll get out from under this so we don't disturb them too bad. There's these little tidal creeks everywhere in here, so when you try to cut across these things, it's no good. You run into them, and I don't have the waders to get across them, so I have to go up around the head of them. Oh shit, there's a deep one. And there's no bottom in these things. You step in one and you're going all the way down to your waist. That is a welcome sight. It's public land hunting at its finest. This bank right here looks a lot higher. This place looks like it might have some potential. Pull up in here and check it out. Ideally, what I'm looking for is different habitat types close together. So I'm looking for edge, basically. Where I found those hogs upriver last year, in the last video that came out, there was like these sandy ridges along the edge of the river, and that allowed oaks and pines and things like that to grow. But down in here, this is all just basically the same level, you know. There's no topographic relief that allow those hardwoods, those other hardwoods to grow. There's a bunch of these, there's bays down here, bay trees, and slash pine. Nothing but nasty. I think I'm just gonna have to go farther upriver until I start seeing those little sandy ridges where those oaks grow. But there's nothing in here. Nada. I was afraid of that. This stuff is nasty. Shit. Holy shit. Whew. I don't know if a damn hog's worth all this. That's what, 6th place I've stopped, and I haven't seen one piece of fresh hog sign yet. There's deer sign all over the place, but nothing for hogs. I'm not looking for deer. There's one more place I want to check out that's pretty good ways up this little slough here. If there's nothing up there, I think I might have to go to a different river next time, or just go farther up this river where I found those hogs last year. But I wanted to check out this lower stuff just to see what was here, and they're not here right now. Got to put in your time to find them. That's why people guard their hunting spots so closely, because it's not easy to find a good one. Might have to bring the boys back up in here. This looks like really good brim fishing. Pull out some goggle eye. Oh, that one there seen better days. think we made it. Looks like it's opening up. I didn't think we were gonna make it. There's a patch of private ground in here, but then there's some public land. Man, there are bass everywhere. Holy cow, there are bass all over the place. Definitely gonna bring the boys in here. Well, it's a cool spot. I'm just not seeing any hog sign in here. There's another place that I was having good luck last year that I think we're all gonna go to. Just go and camp. It's a nice river. Boys can swim and fish and stuff. But I'm glad I came up here. I'd never been up here before, but the little creek coming up here, and when you come into the mouth of this little shallow lake, there were bass everywhere, and some pretty good sized ones. There's probably some, I don't know, four pounders that I saw in there. But you come up here with a live well full of shiners and throw in there, whoo, and boys would love that. Be on. So I think on this next video we're either gonna come back up here with a bucket load of shiners and do some fishing, or we may head over to that other WMA. But whatever we end up doing, I'm sure it's gonna be an adventure. So subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you on the next one.